It's your boy Matty Matt, and he's back to attack with a new video, and he's back with a rap. Because if he's not rapping, then he's capping. And capping, I can't be doing that because I'm not fat and I'm not flapping. If I'm flapping, then I'm swimming like a shark in the air in the dark, like it's nighttime and it's cold, and I'm feeling like I'm made out of bark. I don't know why I'm rhyming and I'm ripping, but that's just what I'm doing. I'm gonna come at you with a chainsaw. I'm gonna sever your brains off, cause I'm sicker than Adolf. You best back up and lay off, cause I'm gonna show you down with a layoff. Spray on and spray off. I don't know. I'm just rhyming, guys. No, that's not why I'm on here, but yeah, that was just literally like the most random thing I've probably done in recent times. But no, on a serious note, like for real, is it just me, or do you all feel different? Like, what I mean by that is just, I don't know. It's like, I hate to be negative, and a lot of my posts have been real lately, but I just feel like, I don't want to say my soul is broken, but I just feel different. And I see a lot of people talking about that. It's like this strange phenomenon that's going on right now where people just don't feel like themselves. Now, I'm not trying to say anything like the Matrix, like feeling like you're in a simulation or anything like that. That's not what I mean. Though it does feel weird sometimes. Just like, I don't know, like with time and everything too. Everything just going by so fast. And I get it. There's research on that, and it's studies that show that the more new experiences that you have, the longer things feel, the fresher things feel. It doesn't get stale. Things don't get boring. So there is like a science behind it. But I think regardless of that happening, and it's not time that I'm just targeting here, but like, I don't know, like it just feels different. Like things just feel different. People are different. That's for sure. And, although I'm kind of like making light of it, like I'm not really like, it's not like I'm moping here or complaining. I'm just like, hey, I'm just being an observer and telling it how it is. And this is just like from my point of view. It just feels off. Things feel off. And I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it is more of a me problem. And I just so happen to talk to people that agree with me because they're in the same mindset for whatever reason. They experience the same things going on. But it's not like I've reached out to everybody. It's impossible to do that. So you tell me, does it feel different now? Do things feel different? It's just like, it just seems like people are more not wanting to associate. They're keeping to themselves more. People don't really have the energy to link up and do stuff, nor do they want to, or actually want to. They may say, but yeah, it's just kind of the vibe that I kind of see going around. And the only reason why I'm saying that it's not like I don't think that it's a me thing is because the people that I have talked to feel the same exact way. But I mean, hey, there's 5 people in here. It was just at 11. You guys tell me, like, how do you guys feel? Like, how has this year been in comparison to last year or the year before? Does it feel different to you? Is it just me? Like, is there some common ground here? I know it's not factual because there's no way for me to like definitively know this, but it just feels off. That's the best way I can describe it. It just feels different. It's not like I'll be honest, for me, I think the most normal time that a year felt, and this is all the above. This is like with time, and just like with people. I think the last year for me where it felt normal was like 2022. Anything beyond that point just felt different. I think now though, it's at a much higher velocity. But like even last year, like things just felt Diddy. Yeah, he's in prison. But yeah, things just feel different, and they feel drastically different. So I don't know. It's very weird to talk about. Are you trying to sing Kid Rock? What's going on? Are you having a seizure? Are you trying to sing ba with the ba, the bang, the bang, diggy dig? Is that what you're trying to do? Yo, what is with the 6'7"? It's not funny. I'm just gonna say it right now. 6'7", it's not funny. It doesn't even make sense. Unless there's some something that I'm missing here, but from the 6'7" that I know, the one that Skrilla, the rapper, I'm not hating, by the way. You can say 6'7" all you want. I just don't think it's funny. Like, I know people say 6'7" and then like start bursting out laughing, and you're just like, what is going on? That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm just like, I don't understand it, but maybe there's something I'm missing. I don't know. But yeah, that dude Skrilla, he's like 5 minutes from where I live, or like 10 minutes from where I live. That dude, he's always out in Kensington, and Kensington is very close. Very close to me. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a spoon right now because I got myself a yogurt. But you know what? I'm not gonna be rude. I'm not gonna eat while I'm on live. You know what I mean? What kind of freak does that? You know? No, it's all good. I don't think you guys would care, but I'm not going to do that. I will wait until afterwards. It's not like this live is gonna be, you know, an hour long or something. But no, like, how do you feel so far about this year? And you know what? This year is almost over, and I feel like this year just flew by so quickly. I didn't even process it. It was like 2025 or 2024 came and went, and that felt all right. But then, like, once 2025 hit, I felt like I blinked my eyes, and now we're in December. And and before you know it, it's gonna be Christmas, and then it's gonna be 2026. Like, I literally just felt like this year was like a blur. And maybe it's because also I'm such a workaholic. Like, I'm so dedicated to making content. I'm so dedicated to filmmaking and doing projects outside of YouTube, like my videography stuff and my photography stuff that I do. So maybe that also that plays a big role. Because if you think about it, right, I do like to mix it up and have variety, but I don't, even if I go, let's just say that even if I go on vacation, I go on a cruise, or I fly to Colorado or something, or I take a week off and I do something else, I'm still working on content, so that doesn't change. I'm still filmmaking, I'm still acting, I'm still doing those types of things. So those things don't really ever change. Have I taken solid breaks? Yes. But when you're doing something like that consecutively, I guess it would make sense for it to feel that way. You know what I mean? You look like my work boots. Who's Jack? Or you just call me Jack? Well, there's horrible lighting in here for one, so. But you know what? I'm gonna do this and kill the light, and maybe that will be better. Oh no, that's worse. That's way worse. Hold on. That's kind of better. That's better. A little happy medium. You know what? You say you look like my work week. Well, I feel like your work week. I don't know what your work week consists of, but now I just constantly feel tired. Like, I go to bed at a certain time. Like, all right, I will say that I tend to stay up. I don't mean for that to happen, but I'll be doing this, or I'll be working on content, and I won't get done until 10:30, 11 o'clock, sometimes 12 o'clock. It used to be later. I used to stay up to like 3, 4 in the morning editing, or like putting some video together, or prepping something, or just, watching TV, movies, playing video games. Because when you have a late work day, you have to unwind. Even if you're sitting at a computer all day and you're working, you're in the office or something. I'll just say the office, just assuming that you have some type of white collar job. Even if you're just sitting there and you're working, I guess the mental aspect of it, or just the eye strain, or I don't know what it is, but work is work. So you always need that kind of that downtime after work. Like, you need that break. Going to bed right after work is just, that's an accomplishment in itself. Just to be able to work and like a switch, just be like, I'm in sleep mode. Like, I always have to wind down. It doesn't matter what I do. Like, there was a time where I was working full time in a factory. Like, I was in a warehouse, like doing production line stuff, and I would build these like displays or whatever. That's something else, I digress. But I would do that all day, 8-hour day. It was like 7 to 4 or whatever. And then I'd go home, and on days or during winter time, I would do snow removal. And so I'd go out at whatever, 5, 6 o'clock. So I'd have an hour maybe. And then I'd do snow removal. And I'm talking about the labor part of it. I wasn't driving around in a pickup truck, with a shovel attached to it. I was scooping. So, that's a lot of work on you. And with the snow and everything, it's a lot. And then doing that from that, and then as much as I would be tired physically and mentally, I would still have to wind down when I went home. Like, I just couldn't go right to sleep. And the same thing when I worked third shift. I used to work at a Sunoco, and I would do the overnight shift. And the same thing. I would come home and I'd have to watch something for a little bit. I'd watch something on Netflix to like get me in the zone to want to go to bed and go to sleep. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But some people are able to just like a switch, like they get home, they change, get a shower, they plop down on the bed, and then they're out. Me, I have to wind down to some degree, and then I can go to bed. So yeah, what's up? Who is all in here? Who's up in here? What do we got here? We got all these things on the side that I've never clicked. Okay, I don't know what. Okay, that's a lens. What does this do? Retouch. That's not gonna work. I'm exploring my options on the right side. I don't know what that does. That's obviously a camera. That obviously flips it around. I'm not gonna mess with that. The light, yeah, that's kind of needed. Yeah, but the main topic of why I was going live was just to talk about like this current state of how people feel. And I refuse to think that it's just me. Like I said, I talked to a collective of people and they've said the same thing. And I've even seen like people making videos about it and talking about how things are just different. And I'm just like, man, like it really makes sense. It really does feel that way. It feels like nobody really wants to F with one another, or like, maybe talk, but like it's like nobody wants to meet up and do things. And for me, that's a problem. I'm a very social person. I like to be around people. I have my limits. I have my time, my times where I like being alone, but I like conversations. I like deep conversations, intellectual conversations. I just like being around people, and I like people. I enjoy people for the most part. But it just feels so anti-people now. Like, it just, society feels that way. And, you know, it's almost like a vibe, you know? But, yeah, it's like, you know, kind of like my daily dose of medicine there, you know? I don't know what it feels for you, like how much it's impacted you, but I like spending quality time with the people that I like. I think there's nothing better than hanging out with a good friend, having a good, you know, having a good chat, if you will. Maybe go out to eat, you know, get a bite to eat, talk about life stuff or whatever's going on. Talk about all that good, fun stuff, what you're doing, what you're up to. Not small talk, of course. I've never been a fan of small talk. But, like, really just hanging out with a friend and connecting, you know? Like, I miss that. And I just don't feel that that's happened a lot. It's very few and far in between that I get to see my friends. I talk to my friends daily, but I don't see them on the daily. And I really miss that. Before, like my life 2 to 3 years ago, and not even last year, it was way more sociable. I was way more plugged in to what's going on. Even now, if I go work on a film with 10, 15, 20, 30 people, they're all cool. We have a good time. We chat. We do our work. But then we leave afterwards, and that's it until we see each other again. So it's literally like a job. But I miss the camaraderie of, like, being down the street from your buddy and, like, going here and then seeing where the night takes you, or making plans and having those plans not fall through, you know, carry through with those plans and do either spontaneous things or things that you set out to do, and also doing new things, because I always had friends that were up for doing new things. Like, they always wanted to experience something new, and I love that. And that's the kind of person that I look for when I want to make a friend. It's like, I want to make a friend that is up and is just down to do whatever. That to me is like, you know, sky's the limit. Like, you could do so much. And this is where my creative brain comes in, because the same brain that I'm thinking with right now is the same brain that I have when I create content. And that's why you get so many different versions. You get so many different styles from me. I can't box myself in any step of the way. Even with, like, friends. Like, if you look at how diverse my friends are, young, old, yeah, I mean, it's all over the place in range, and even, like, distance. Like, I have friends, like, super far away. I have friends that are close down the street. I just like being around people, and I like having that time, and connection is just a big thing for me. It's a big deal for me. As far as being in a relationship, and I mean like a romantic relationship, I don't feel the need to be in one, and there's nothing wrong for the people that feel like they need to be in one. And maybe this is a whole nother conversation to have, and I'll just kind of, like, tread lightly on this, and I'll touch on this. But I've always been a guy, to be honest with you, that I kind of do better single. Like, I kind of do better, and nothing against the relationship that I'm in now. I've had this kind of open conversation with her before, but it's not so much that I want to be single. Don't think of it like this. It's not that I want to be single, or, like, because I want to, like, just hang out with whichever girl or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. It's more of a thing of having to answer to somebody. I was never good at having to answer to somebody. Like, and in the way of having to check in and having to tell somebody where I'm going and what I'm doing and how long I'm going to be, or how short I'm going to be, or, you get what I'm saying. I was just never good at that. I always felt confined. I always felt like I needed to to rip those strings. Like I just felt like a puppet or something. I don't know why that keeps popping up, but something is suggesting to me. But I always felt just confined by that. Now, I've learned to cope with it. I've learned to deal with it, and I'm fine. But I definitely feel like I'm better when I don't have those constraints. And also a big reason for that is because I work heavily on what I do. And the type of work that I do is not very relationship oriented. So it causes a lot of friction because it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a ton of devotion. You have to devote yourself to do what I do. So I don't want to be selfish in the way. Like, I don't mean to be, but also, like, I understand that you have to look out for yourself at the same time. And you can do that by caring and respecting other people's feelings and understanding and putting yourself in other people's shoes. You can still do all that and have that selfish trait, not in a negative selfish way, just that selfish way as in you only have one life, you've got to go far in life, so you got to do what you got to do. And that's what I mean by that. I don't mean like in an ignorant way. But yeah, I thrive on being able to just, if someone hits me up right now and says, we're going to go shoot this, something spectacular is happening, grab your camera, grab your gear, let's go. I am just stoked. I am ready. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm traveling to a different state. It just doesn't matter what time it is. Like, that's the type of energy that I have. If you haven't noticed from my channel, it's like that's the type of time and energy that I'm on. And that's why, like, doing DoorDash is a perfect side gig. Even though I've been doing it a lot lately, it's a perfect side gig because I don't have to answer to anybody. I make my own rules, basically. I mean, there's rules to follow, but you get what I'm saying. I don't work underneath anybody. I'm able to start, I'm able to pick it up, finish whenever I want. And I've really just blossomed in that department overall. And that's just how my personality is. And so I just really like the freedom of just being able to, one, express myself, but also just be able to move around and do what I got to do when I want to do it. So it's really honestly simple, but I can understand how it can cause problems for other people. So, because I have definitely gotten into fights. I have definitely gotten into falling outs with certain people over it. I do care about friends and family and the people that are in my life, of course. So I always want to address things respectively. But that's just who I am. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the reason why I brought it up also is because something here, kind of a side note, I've always seen people that are in a relationship, or even, it may seem like they jump from one relationship to another. And I'm not talking about it in an ignorant way because I don't know their situation. But I just see people that are always, they have some type of companion or something. And I kind of think the opposite on that. Like, I like my friends, I like my family. There's nothing wrong with romantic relationships and things like that. But it's the package that comes with it that can be a struggle for me. And it's honestly a very innocent, like, I honestly have a very innocent take on it. It's not me being ignorant. It's not me disregarding somebody's feelings or not caring. It's just, I know what it takes. I know the effort that you need to put in to make something happen. And again, this circles back to dedication and devotion. So there you go. So now you know even more about me. That's kind of the point of me going live every day, or at least until I get bored. I said to myself, and I said to all you guys, whoever's in here, or who have, oh my God, I need some water. My lips are sticking to each other. That's the bad problem with, it sounds funny. That's the problem with winter. You crank the heat up, it gets stuffy. And I hate that stuffy feeling, even inside my vehicle. I got the heat cranked, and it messes with my allergies, and it almost makes it like hard to talk sometimes, you know, because you get dehydrated. I think there was something else I was gonna say there, but I'm not sure. But yeah. So to elaborate a little bit more, I know I talked about this yesterday and possibly the day before. This whole live thing has been an experience so far. It's cool. You know, I'm very early, very early in. I honestly never really meant to go live like this. It just sort of happened because of the whole situation going on with my computer. But I thought, let me take advantage of this. I don't go live a lot, so I might as well work on a different part of my content creation. I might as well work on those skills a little more on doing the whole live thing. And that's pretty much where it took me. That's where I'm at. I am working on getting a new computer, but nowadays, if you want a computer that's worth your time, it's like an investment. You're gonna have to drop a good amount of money. And that doesn't mean you can't get a decent laptop for a cheap price, but if you want a laptop that can handle very heavy editing, you need a good computer. That's just facts. But alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for this live. We've gone almost a half an hour, and I need to get back to work. I don't want to run the clock out. So I will see you on the next one.